To add overhangs to a building tab, go to the Building tab and then click the Overhang button. In the Overhang window, we first select the overhang configuration. We have the option of specifying either the same type of overhang on all four sides, or to select symmetrical overhangs where the overhang is the same on parallel sides of the building. In this window, we can select either one length for the overhang for the whole building, or we can specify the length of each overhang individually. For this illustration, we will select symmetrical. There is some terminology we need to discuss with regards to overhang. When the overhang has a soffit on the bottom, which allows it to contain the building internal pressure, then we refer to this type as a soffit. If the overhang is open and cannot contain internal building pressure, then we refer to it as an overhang. Now we select the type of overhang on each side. Please note that the nomenclature is to refer to one side as the overhang in the positive and negative X direction, and the other as the overhang in the positive and negative Y direction. There is a diagram in the upper right corner differentiating between the two, and you can also refer to the main graphic axis in the lower left corner for an indication of X and Y as well. First, we will select the type for the X walls, which are the ends of the building perpendicular to the roof ridge. In this example, we have a monoslope building, and it is not possible to use a soffit-style overhang, and so our only option is to select overhang. On the Y walls, which are parallel to the roof ridge, we have the option of selecting overhang or soffit. The monoslope roof we have chosen is unique because we cannot have a soffit on both sides. We can have a soffit on the low side, but not on the high side. The software knows this, and when soffit is selected, it's only going to place it on the low side, and the high side will be an overhang. Next, we specify the width of each overhang. The width is the horizontal distance from the wall to the outer corner of the overhang. When the symmetrical option is selected, we can specify a different width for each side. Now we save our selections and we will see our overhangs added to our building graphic. If we go to the C&C tab, we will now see many new entries to our zone options. Those zones ending with OH are the zones for overhang, and those ending with OHS are zones for the overhangs which we specified as a soffit. For example, zone 3_OH would be roof zone 3 in the overhang region. We can specify individual components and cladding entries in various overhang zones, or if we check the summary option and also elect to include the summary for the overhangs, and then all applicable overhang zones will be included. We can then perform an analysis. The main wind force resisting system, wind pressures will be included in the roof pressure tables. The overhang refers to the top roof side of the overhang, and the overhang bottom refers to the bottom soffit of the overhang. In the component and cladding pressures, we will find our pressures for the overhang in the zones ending in OH and also OHS. There are some new features relative to overhangs that are introduced in the ultimate version of Meca Wind. In the example we just illustrated, let's stay on the C&C tab and click the C&C Graphics button. You will see a graphical representation with the zones overlaid on the graphic. Based upon the actual dimensions of the building, you can see a true representation of the size of each zone, and you can see those roof zones as they relate to the overhangs. This can be a very useful visualization of the roof zones for your specific building dimensions, because they often look very different from the generic roof zone figures provided in ASCE 7. Another feature added in the ultimate version was a custom building option. If we click on the Building tab, we click the Custom Roof option. Now if we click the Overhang button and then select the Overhang Configuration option, there is now a Custom option added to the list. When Custom is selected, then you have the ability to specify the overhang for all four sides of the building. This provides greater flexibility to the designer to represent their actual situation.